The Rolls-Royce was built on the foundation that they were indestructible. The Cullinan is a massive SUV that moves like a sports car. It's quiet, it's comfortable, and you feel extremely safe. That being said, there is a boat that matches that energy. Her rugged look and sex appeal would turn heads anywhere she goes. Her platform and performance is a dayboater's dream. This custom aluminum Dutch-built dayboat has the speed, layout, seating arrangement, and it pushes through the seas with no problem. I give you the Lekker 44.
Boat owners who tend to purchase a dayboat only think of it as a weekend toy cruising around there in the coastal. The Lekker 44 is built for adventure, and it's clear as day from her exterior.
Hi, I'm Juno Prudhomm with Denison Yacht Sales, and today we're in beautiful Miami, Florida. We're on board a 2023 Lekker 44. We're in Haulover, which is a very popular destination for a lot of boat owners. It's a lot of shallow water. You can have your kids, your dogs, and the scenery around here is just amazing. And what's nice about the Lekker 44, it can go into really shallow waters. We have no issue. We can anchor up here. We can also trim the engines up because they're IOs. As you can see, we're not on your typical dayboat. We're on a Dutch crafted custom aluminum dayboat. And as you know, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. What I really love about the exterior is the rub rail that completely wraps around the entire boat and the swim platform. So when you're going on those days of adventure, docking at a restaurant or tying up next to a friend, you don't have to worry about banging into things because you're completely protected. Another feature I love that you're gonna see walking around the boat are the cleats are welded into the hull. Now, if you're tied up somewhere or there's just crazy wind, those cleats aren't going anywhere, and it makes it strong, it makes it sturdy. That's what gives Lekker that rugged look. And when you really want to go on an adventure, you can see it's clear as day, this boat is built for that. Today, we're going to start our walkthrough at the bow to show you what I love about the Lekker 44. Making our way up to the bow, what I really love is these nice wide side decks from either port or starboard. What I really appreciate is the space that's here and how high these gunnels are. So for those of us who have kids or we're going underway or you have dogs, everybody's nice and protected and you can just walk up to the bow, either port or starboard, and feel nice and comfortable. I've had the pleasure of being on several Lekkers, building them for clients, and many manufacturers I think miss on the important aspect of having a functional bow, seating area, sun pad, and how this is laid out is super functional. I've had 10 people on here, 15, I've had family and friends. You have a huge sun pad that's aft that is almost like a bed. You have cup holders with it, so you feel nice and comfortable. You're able to lounge around and everybody's enjoying the area. You don't feel confined. Now, in other boats, sometimes you don't see that. The gunnel isn't as high. You're walking around the side decks. You feel like you're gonna fall overboard. Because it's not sitting high at the gunnel, you're not nice and protected. On the Lekker, it's set up perfectly. You have seating on both sides, so port and starboard. You have storage underneath here that goes down about 3 to 4 feet. So you can store a lot of things up here. So everything that you can control back at the helm, you can control up here at the bow. And this multi-function display screen here has everything that you need. Another feature we have here is a big igloo cooler. You can store a lot of drinks in here, ice, drinks, whatever you feel like. It's gonna keep it nice and protected for a couple of days. And I think this is a big add-on that a lot of boats don't have, especially up here in the bow, of storing drinks, snacks, food, and it's right here for you. So some additional things that are up here that I want to mention to you that you may not notice. You have 2 additional storages right here. These go down about 3 feet deep, about 2.5 feet wide. So you have a lot of room to store things up here. Now, as you can see, the anchor, it is deployed, so it sits completely flush and stored away. This hatch opens up, it goes back inside. So it kind of gives it that clean, sexy look. The anchor's not just hanging out, and it just gives it a better look overall. All right, so back on the platform, you have a lot of space back here. You obviously have your vents on both port and starboard. It's gonna let out all that heat from those engines. Now, in these storage, we do have things that are stored in here. These can fit 2 sea bobs. The storage space goes all the way completely up this entire back seat here in the cockpit. So in terms of storage, you have plenty back here. You can just have a great time on the water. Here we are in the cockpit. What I love about this area, it's open, it's spacious. You have these telescopic tables that go up and down. So if you want to kind of turn this into more of a bigger sun pad area, you can. This area is perfectly set up for if you're grilling on the boat, hanging out, you can just eat here, put a tablecloth. If you go to a waterfront restaurant, you have enough space for a few people to enjoy yourselves and be able to walk in and out. This whole area lifts up, it's on an actuator, so it's hydraulic, opens up so you can go into the engine room. Here's a view of the engine room, and as you can see, you have easy access. What's good, you have these two Volvo Penta D6s giving you 440 horsepower each. Should top out around 38 knots, 39, just depending on the day. I like to cruise around 28. That's where I find they're really fuel efficient, just rides extremely comfortable. I think for anybody who has a day boat, not all of them are equipped this way in terms of being able to get in the engine room and just being able to service it. Down below, this is set up perfectly. Here we are at the outside galley, and I've had the pleasure of using this grill here. She's good for steaks, hot dogs, burgers. She's gonna keep everybody fed and happy. So this grill works extremely well here. You're gonna have your ice maker that is here, and you have a full-size fridge that is right here. So you can store a few wine bottles, waters, juices, anything you may need. I love how wide it is, how spacious it is. So you can kind of prep everything that you need to. You're gonna have your sink here. And what's neat in the galley that Lekker really thought of that a lot of people don't know, I don't know if you noticed the little logos that are implemented here, which is like a tulip, a national flower in their country. You have two trash bins, so trash bins are very important. So you can put your trash right in here, take it out at the end of the day when you're done, and you have one on that side as well. Another cool thing that they added is they have beer openers right here. So if you have a Heineken, a Corona, you pop it in and the beer opener will just pop it, pick it up, take the cap, throw it in the trash. And that's kind of one of the cool little ideas that a lot of people miss that Lekker did. Additionally, what you have on port and starboard, you have storage for your fenders. So this little area here can fit about 4 to 5 fenders, and you have that on both port and starboard. You have your water access and fuel access as well down here below. Traditionally at the helm, you don't see 4 bolster seats, and Lekker decided to do that to have friends and family with you and kind of hang out with the captain or who's ever driving the boat that day. You're not alone. So I love having these seats. It's nice and comfortable. The visibility is just great. You can see everything. And if you want to be closer to the steering wheel, that's no problem. You just push this button, move it forward, and it makes you a lot closer. Maybe the kid or your nieces, grandma, grandpa wants to drive. You can easily kind of just move that and push that back. Slide this up if you want to stand up. You have also great visibility. Just seeing everything in front of you makes it extremely easy. You have this T-top that keeps you nice and covered on those sunny days, and I love that. You have 2 Garmin multi-function display. You're going to have all your systems through here that pretty much controls everything throughout the entire boat. Radar display, FLIR display. If you actually want to watch football games, you can. You have that set up. This controls your anchor as well, the engine room access to open it and close it. So in terms of everything, it's going to run through these 2 Garmin displays here. You have your switches for your helm lights, your anchor, the horn, your wipers. So everything is completely at the helm. You have your bow thruster control, joystick control, obviously your Volvo throttle displays. And if you want to lift the steering wheel kind of up or down however you want it, you can do that. And you have your Garmin VHF. So here at the helm, you have everything, and you can exit either port or starboard. Like I said, you don't feel confined. You're gonna have people with you hanging out and just enjoying a beautiful day on the water. Another cool feature that Lekker decided to do, we all have one of these smart devices nowadays, and what they put here is a phone charger. So you just put it there, and if you're running on low, it's completely charging it. You can still be able to see it, control music, and enjoy your day, and your phone's being charged. Let's make our way down to the cabin. Immediately entering the cabin, you're going to have a plexiglass sliding door with 3 steps down below. To port is going to be your screen that controls the entire boat. This display here is a complete lifeline of the boat, the heart of the boat. So everything runs through this system. Your main power display and all your electrical systems are going to run through this. So once you come on board, you just turn on all the power. So your light switches, everything for such as your Garmin, your FLIR, all that. Your inverter, you basically turn it on from here, as well as your generator. So everything is going to run through this system. Your faults, your alarms, everything runs through the system right here. You have your battery switches here, your generator display, and your fusion display as well. Moving forward is going to be a full-size standing closet with shelves that you can store many items such as clothes, shoes, if you'd like, or soft drinks. All the way forward is going to be your U-shaped seating with a telescopic table that can turn into a full-size bed that you can sleep for two, with reading lights and port whole side windows on port and starboard side. You have suede headliners above, giving you a nice condo feel. You have a nice head here to starboard, stand-up shower, sink, storage cabinets, mirror in here, so you can easily get dressed and ready. I'm 6'1" and I've showered in here and got ready for an event, and it was plenty of space. All the way aft, you do have an additional bed for the kids or yourself if you'd like to sleep there. You can easily fit 1 to 2. Then to port of that is additional space where you can add another small bedding area. I'm Juno Prudhomm with Denison Yacht Sales. Thank you for taking a tour with me on this 2023 Lekker 44. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a private showing, please feel free to contact me anytime.